What's up, Comic Frontline? It's Jay here from Jay's Comic Reviews, and I am back once again with another Riverdale Season 1 episode review. And this week we're covering Riverdale Season 1, Episode 3, Body Double. So, in case you guys haven't seen the episode, I will give you guys a warning right now. Hop off, this review will contain spoilers. Come back when you've seen the episode, and then you can leave your thoughts and feels in the comments down below. But don't forget to leave this video a like on your way out, but don't forget to come back after you've seen the episode. So, yeah. Oh, this episode is so much better. This show continues to improve with every episode. So, we're going to start off with Jughead. So, Jughead, we got to see more of Jughead this episode, which is awesome. I really like the characterization of Cole Sprouse's version of Jughead. We see that he's still got that tapeworm, that, huge appetite. But I also like this reporter truth-seeking angle of Jughead and him teaming up with Betty, working at the school newspaper, trying to figure out the Jason Blossom murder mystery. I think that's really awesome, and I like that subplot and where it's going. Him investigating Dalton Doily, pretty cool stuff. And we'll get to more about Jughead in the end, because in the end, Dalton reveals a big secret, and Jughead has to make a decision on whether to protect Archie or to, reveal more about this, or find out more about the truth about the story. So we'll get to that later when we get to more Betty stuff. So now we're gonna go to Archie, and I actually really liked Archie this episode. This felt more like regular Archie. Archie, he was grounded by his dad because of, just not coming to him about the whole July 4th shooting thing, gunshot thing, and, Archie did end up coming forward, but he's still being played by Miss Grundy, and he doesn't mention her name, of course, and stuff like that. So, what I like about Archie is you get to see more of, like, why he is kind of like the way he is, because his dad doesn't really understand his music and like why he wants to do it, and he's obviously more concerned about Archie having a stable future and stuff like that, which is understandable for parents. And I've been there as a kid in high school who wanted to do music, and I wanted to major in music too, but mom was like, "You're not gonna be able to make a solid career out of that. Like, there's no guarantee. I want to make sure you're good." So that's kind of where Archie's at. And I like that we actually got to see more of the Pussycat Dolls, and they had more of a role. But again, the only one talking is Josie, and that bothers me. I would like to hear more from Valerie and Melody. They were kind of just, yeah, they were just talking, like, we heard maybe one line from Valerie when Valerie was trying to defend Archie, but Archie cut her off and was like, "Nah, Valerie, it's okay." But I would like to hear more from them. We got more development for Josie, but what about the other Pussycats? And I like the backgrounds about the Pussycats, why they chose the name, and like Josie's whole reason for her personality and attitude. I really like that. That's pretty cool. Dug it. So that part was interesting, and Archie's dad and Miss Grundy had an interesting conversation at the gig where the Pussycats performed a song that Archie helped them write, and Miss Grundy says, Archie definitely has talent. I believe that he can make it. And so Archie's dad, because of Miss Grundy, starts, Archie, yeah, she believes in you, and so do I. So I'm gonna let you practice your music, even though you're grounded. I'll still let you practice in the garage and stuff. So that's cool. But still, I would have liked more from the Pussycats. That was a pretty cool subplot. So Betty and Veronica is what I'm saving for last, and I really, really like their plot line. So this had to do with Chuck Clayton, who is a staple of the old Archie comics. He's the only black guy in Riverdale. Well, not anymore in this version, but like in the comics, he's literally the only black guy in Riverdale. And Chuck Clayton is a player, and he goes after Veronica. They, make out a little bit, and I like that Veronica just like, he was cute, but didn't really have that good a conversation, so I'm not that interested. Classic Veronica. We got to see a lot of classic Veronica in here. Just the anger, the temper, the controlling nature, But then we got to see something even more interesting, which is Dark Betty. Which is what I'm gonna call Dark Betty. Dark Betty was actually kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. I've never said that about Betty. I've always thought Betty was cute. But dang, Dark Betty though. Um, and I'll get into some theories about Dark Betty. But that all has to kind of stem from like Betty's bitch of a mom. I'm sorry for cursing, but Betty's mom, I hate her so much. She just comes off so mean for no reason. Like, granted, I don't think the Blossoms are that good of people, but are you really gonna come at Mrs. Blossom like that? And then come at like Hermione Lodge? Hermione hasn't, I mean, she probably might have done something to you in the past or whatever, but Veronica's never really done anything to you, and you're coming at Veronica like that? You're coming after somebody's kid that happens to be your daughter's friend? What the hell? That was so messed up. Um, but anyway, so Veronica makes out with Chuck Clayton, and then Chuck blows it out of proportion. Like there's this whole slut shaming thing all over the school and social media, and Veronica's like, "Nah, I ain't having this," because nobody F's with Veronica Lodge without Veronica Lodge's consent. So she wants to go full dark and expose them, and it's a team up between Betty, Veronica, or B&V, as it likes to be called, which is pretty awesome. It gave me a little bit of a sweet and vicious vibe. A little bit, not as serious though. So there's B&V, and Ethel, aka Barb from Stranger Things, was also a victim of Chuck Clayton. Um, and it turns out the entire like the whole football team, or at least the main squad of the varsity team, was in on this whole, conquest playbook thing and this point system. And it turns out Polly Cooper is in this book, and she's next to Jason's name, and that's what sets Betty off, and what's acted what really sets Dark Betty into motion. And there's this whole revenge plot involving a swimming pool and Veronica in a swimsuit, and thank you CW for putting that scene in there. Yes, that line where Veronica just like, let's get wet. I'm just like, yeah. So that I really liked this revenge scene, and seeing Betty go down this darker path, and how she kind of switched from Betty to Polly. She started calling herself Polly, and like was like calling Chuck Jason. Like, is there something deeper wrong with Betty? I don't know if are we really gonna go that route. I'm interested to see if that's what it is. Is that what the drugs are for? Are those drugs Adderall, or was those some antipsychotics? Because that was a little suspicious there. I'm interested to see where that goes. That was really interesting. But again, towards the end, the plot thickens even more when Dalton Dorley is like, I can't let you reveal that I was the one that shot the gun. So I have an even more juicier story for you guys for the paper. I saw Miss Grundy's car at the river's edge that day. She was there. And so obviously it exposes that Miss Grundy was also there at the river's edge the day Jason disappeared. However, everybody besides Jughead does not know that she was with Archie. Now, Jughead has to decide, is he going to protect Archie, or is he going to, investigate Miss Grundy and expose the truth? So we'll have to see what happens next. This plot is really thickening. I like it a lot. It's a guilty pleasure for me for sure. I really like the Betty and Veronica thing. Dark Betty is a very interesting twist. I did not expect them to go that kind of out with Betty, and that surprised me. I like it. I like the stuff with Archie now. Archie definitely feels more Archie. Fred Andrews, now that he's, a little bit more accepting. Luke Perry definitely feels more like the Archie's dad that I know. So I'm interested to see more of where that goes, and little hints at Archie's dad and Veronica's mom. Still cool. I like that. And again, just wish I would have had more with the Pussycat Dolls, but other than that, really good episode. I enjoyed it. And I like to see that, Cheryl wasn't a total bitch in this episode. I'm not saying that I want her to be fully redeemed this season, but I like them showing that there's most likely more to Cheryl. and that she might not have been aware of Jason. However, we don't know if that she's just putting up a front or not, but we'll have to see. I'm interested to see where that goes. Let me know any of your thoughts, theories, and feels down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Comic Frontline. And if you like what I do here on Comic Frontline, and you haven't subscribed to my individual channel, Mr. J's Comic Reviews, I would really appreciate it if you did that. If you go to Comic Frontline's main YouTube page, you can check on the side there. All the members' channels are listed, and I'll be right there. Mr. J's Comic Reviews. Definitely check my channel out and subscribe if you like what I do over here. So, guys, great episode of Riverdale. I cannot wait for next week, as usual. And until next time, this is Jay from Mr. J's Comic Reviews for Comic Frontline. And like I always say, once come for Geek, always come for Geek, and once a Riverdale fan, always a Riverdale fan. Peace, and I'll catch you guys next week.